Are you ready to get turned up, lit, and whatever it is, or even boot, scoot, and boogie? Then you need to come down to Copperhead Road every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and hang out with your boy and the Wake and Bake America crew. Ladies night, we got you. Friday night, come on, we got you. Saturday night, don't miss the all-ages party. That's every weekend, a half a block south of North Carefree on Academy. That's right, come hang out with the Wake and Bake America crew. Your boy, Mr. Trey on the ones and twos. We got hip-hop, we got country. Why go anywhere else when it's all at one spot? That's right, Copperhead Road.
That Copperhead Road.
Good evening, America.
What up, bitches?
That sexy voice is the voice of none other than the pod to the cast to the pizzle, Podcast P.
And that other sexy voice is the voice of your man,
God.
My man,
God. It's the voice of God.
Trey. No, it's Mr. Trey. We can't do that. We can't do that. You know, people already think Jesus is white, so they can't handle Puerto Rican guy.
Puerto Rican. All right, so first off, I have an announcement to make.
Dun, 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 dun. For
the start of the NFL year, which is officially today, actually, just in case you didn't know that.
Yes.
Copperhead,
as a matter of fact.
Copperhead Road Bar has made forth, hence, a lovely gift to kick off the season for the boys over at Blunt Football Talk. Dum, dum, dum.
A word? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
This is one of those boozes that you unbox on TV. Look, watch. I'm unboxing here, okay? It's even wrapped in tissue paper because it's fancy.
Ooh, it's still fresh out the box.
Oh, yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting for the show. Oh, it's so pretty.
That cute thing.
Rapasario. Patron. So I'll be cracking that bitch. So courtesy, thank you to the folks over at Copperhead Road Bar. They sent this over.
Copperhead.
This was sent over because they know I love Patron. That's all I drink when I'm there.
Patron.
Yeah, so they sent it over for the boys.
All he drinks.
Said enjoy the season, boys. Hope you get to do a show up there this fall, which we are probably going to do that, by the way.
I'll be vaccinated by then, so it's on y'all.
Same. I'm trying to go to Arizona and do a show from out there and go to Cardinals Stadium. Oh, we'll get to it. No need to even get into it yet because we're going to get to it. So let's do this, buddy.
Let's do this.
So first off, if you wonder why this obstruction in my face, still getting some major dental work done, something that's supposed to take 2 or 3 weeks is now taking 6. Yay, good times. So I'm disguising myself. I'm the master of disguise.
That explains why we don't get to see your ugly mug on the morning show.
Soon, but next week the show's off for spring break, so after spring break it should be fixed, hopefully. We sure hopefully will. So here we go.
Shit, it is spring break.
Let's get right to it. It's time for our first topic. First topic, of course, brought to you by our friends over at Copperhead Road Bar, 3330 North Academy Boulevard. And we're going to go with Breaking Right Meow. Breaking Right Meow. Bears GM says that he offered the Seahawks trades and draft picks and so forth for quarterback Russell Wilson before they ultimately landed on Andy Dalton, which may not be that bad of a deal. Patron.
Well, for the Bears, actually might not be that bad. They do have a good run. They can kind of protect the quarterback, which was always Andy's problem. So,
right? Hey, check this out. You like my shot glass? It's a Cardinals shot glass.
Yeah.
Hey.
I figured that.
This is my
Homer.
This is my Patron.
As I wear my Buccaneers Super Bowl jersey.
This is my Patron tray. You like it? There's actually pink salt in this one. Because even when I drink my Patron, I'm still
pink?
Yeah, I'm still a fancy bitch. I like my pink salts. So, we're going to get to that. So I just wanted to bring that up that while
we're going to talk about where Russell Wilson. We'll get into Russell Wilson a little bit on this show. I just want to give you that information has changed since I sent you stuff too. I keep finding out more stuff.
Trust me, I've been watching all day, dude. Yeah, it's been crazy couple of hours. Like past 5 hours, I've been trying to watch NFL.com or NFL Network, and it's just been left and right. Just I'm like, what is going on?
It's going to be a lot.
This season is going to be insane.
Well, just the moves around is going to be a lot, and I think that unfortunately we're gonna have to get used to information rapidly changing on us. Which honestly, that's kind of the ladder of the way this business goes. The information tends to change quite rapidly around the league and in the news and so forth. And oh my God, it's going down. So anyway,
it's going down for real.
I can hear every major car going by your house. That's how you know podcast lives by a highway. A side highway, but whatever. An access highway. So
main road. I like to make noise for the boys. Where'd you go?
I'm actually just preparing my
take your shot. Shots.
Let's celebrate. Let's take a quick shot here to kick off the start of the official start of the NFL year starts today. So I'll drink to that. Tink. Since you're not here to tink with me.
I will tink.
Oh, it's
a bright light.
Oh, it just reminds me of DJing at night and partying rock. I'm a rock star. All right, so now that we've gotten the ceremonial drinkage out of the way, let's get right to our first story. Let's talk big moves so far. My first big move, I want to bring up the trade between, come on, man, Jared Goff to the Lions, because their intent is to make their team worse than it already is. And they sent Stafford over. Yeah, I did that. They sent Stafford over
you could say the same thing about the Rams.
You know, there are a lot of Lions fans that kind of feel like maybe they actually got the better end of the deal here. I disagree wholeheartedly.
Injured.
I disagree wholeheartedly, but I will say, with age, you get experience.
This is true. Well, yeah, but with youth, you have the energy to learn quicker and make less mistakes.
Here's what I worry about.
And if you feel like you're more valued, you're going to work harder for whoever has you.
What's the name of the coach over there in L.A.? Todd McShay? Is that the one that's L.A.? I can't remember his name. But either way.
Todd McShay or whatever?
Isn't that who it was? I thought that's who it was. But Goff was Goff. I feel like Goff was drafted as a system-based quarterback. He was drafted to be in the Todd McShay system, right? So I don't really feel like I feel like Goff may not have been drafted. I've always kind of felt like Goff was drafted a little high, if you ask me. I've always felt that way.
It was worth it.
I've never thought.
See, I knew you had that idea, homie. Oh, look at you! Look at you!
I just jumped a freaking.
That is
Bullsworth underneath the camera.
That is weed abuse.
I just dropped like a Bullsworth underneath the camera, sir. My pipe's even completely.
You put your hand out and you smack it.
Hey, do you recognize
this pipe? You put your hand
out
and you smack it, sir.
Do you recognize this pipe?
Isn't that from Luigi?
Yep, it's my Minnesota Legit pipe. From Minnesota Legit Glass.
Word.
Love those guys. Thanks for the pipe, Luigi. So, damn, I spilled a good half a bowl for real, though. Like, usually I exaggerate. I'm like, oh my God, I spilled a bowl. It's like one piece. Usually is what happens. But this time
it depends on the size of your bowl, dude. You know what I'm saying? But
no, usually I'll drop like a little. I drop like a flake of weed, and I'm like, oh my God, I dropped the whole bowl, But this time I really dropped a half a bowl. I like that pipe. Or that bong. Technically, that's not a pipe; it's a bong. That is the Playboy. It is a bong. That is the Playboy podcast pimpin' bong.
That's right.
Just don't tell Scotty that you be pimping on the side with that golf hat.
So I only wear this golf hat one time a year.
I love it. Actually. I need to. You've reminded me that when I go do my gear up for my new job, I'm gonna get me a couple golf hats and a fedora.
Right.
or a couple fedoras and a golf hat. Because, I still got to do my Puerto Rican thing, Mr. Trey in a fedora is like my dream retirement. This has been preordained by people before me.
Flip-flops and a fedora?
Yeah, you want a good laugh?
Remember that.
You want a good laugh? That intro from my morning show, Wake and Bake America, that intro, that's actually Young Fats. Like years and years and years ago when I first started my radio show when we were both still nobodies.
See, look at the man. Look where he's at right now. Look where your man is at right now.
Exactly. I don't really want to do this, but I'm completely responsible for all of Fats' success. He owes me everything, and he knows it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I've known him for...
there with it. It was like,
Yeah, I shook-knighted him. You owe me everything. No, I'm just playing. But no, seriously, he is a very talented young man, and I've known him for quite some time. We've done songs together. Like I said, he recorded in my studio with my other business partner that was in the shed, man, out in the back garage. We built it, So it's he goes back to like carpet hanging on the walls goes back until we could get soundproof padding. You feel me, dog? Like he goes back with me like that. Like the brother and me go back. But anyway,
I mean you could use like egg cartons though too. That's pretty ghetto.
So how do you feel about Carson Wentz?
How long that takes though?
Right. How do you feel about Carson Wentz to the Colts? The Eagles able to unload Wentz's horrible contract, but they really, in a sense, had to pay the Colts to take him.
Well, that's their fault for giving that man such a contract like that. However,
anytime. Let me say this.
I can't really say just about it.
Let me say this. Anytime you pay your quarterback, right? You paid a man. Pay the motherfucker. Give me the money. Yeah. Show me the money. When you paid a man, right?
Show me the money.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. So whenever you paid a man and then you end up in a draft spot to draft another quarterback, that says a lot about the man you just paid. You feel me? I'm going to leave it at that. Because, see, these quarterbacks think, I got paid so now I can slack off for a year, maybe chill out, get better, avoid injury, and they have a shitty year, and they don't realize that shitty year just put your team in a position to draft your replacement.
Facts.
And then, hey, let me tell you something. Carson Wentz's ability, but can run, looked real sexy when Jalen Hurts came up on the draft board. I'm just saying, for Philly.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts was like, he can do that better than he can?
They basically got...
That's why I think, actually, Indy is actually a pretty good fit for Carson Wentz.
His style is more like Phillip. I believe his style is more like Phillip Rivers. I believe his style is more like Jacoby Brissett in a sense that he stays in the pocket and runs when he has to. He is a pocket passer. And I believe that you are right, that the Colts is probably a better fit for Wentz. I think that Philly paid to unload their quarterback controversy, which was stupid in a sense. But sometimes, look, dude, sometimes you got to take the dog out back and shoot him. That's the analogy I quite often use when I talk about getting rid of a player. Sometimes you just got to do what's best.
Old dealer like that, dog.
Yo, sometimes you got to do what's best. Sometimes you got to do what's best for the farm, bro, and shoot the dog. And that's what that's what Philly did with Carson Wentz, sending him to the Colts and basically paying the Colts to take him. Shout out to Scotty Pimpin, by the way. He does the morning show, Wake and Bake America, with me. Want to give a shout out? He's checking.
You know what? We should be able to do like a three-way type deal, yo.
I know, right?
For word.
I did tell him we were doing some of the topics we were doing. He was like, "Oh shit, I'm checking in now." So I caught his attention this morning. Yeah. So, and I'm gonna.
You've been watching? It's been fucking nuts.
Hey, listen, I want to skip the J.J. Watt thing because I have a segment built around are the Cardinals trying to make it later. So we'll get to that. So we'll skip that one, okay?
No, feel free. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Here's another big one. Let's talk contracts and let's talk the big contract signing that everybody's been wondering. One, why did it take so long? B, who's the real winner? And C, did they overpay? But did he say he was cool with that? What am I talking about? The Cowboys. That's right. The Dak Prescott deal brought to you by my homegirl who brings you the best deals on cannabis creations. That's Sam with a Z, Creations with a Z. Sam's Creations on Facebook and Instagram, or you can give Sam a call, 719-496-0412. Run it back, 719-496-0412. too.
Because that's what the Bucs are going to do. Run it back.
Hey, Scotty, look at what I got. Look at the folks over at Copperhead said, you boys over at Blunt Football Talk look like you could use a little Patrizi. And they also said that it's a little sad that I'm DJing from a distance, so I'm not getting my free drinks. So maybe that's what this is really about. They're making up for all the free drinks I'm missing out on. Could that be it?
Tell them you want a bottle of 219, yo.
Hey, right? So
that shit ain't cheap. That's some good bourbon, though.
Ooh, $63.
There's
a cognac too, Louis the 15th or 14th. I can't remember. I think it's 15th or 14th, but you know what I'm talking about. Shit's like $35 a glass, bro. Yeah. Fuck a bottle. We're not going to talk about like the $1,000 bottles they are. They're $35 a cup. So with that said, we got to try that one time. I'm not a big cognac guy either, but turn up. So
who's paying the $35 per shot? Because my cheap ass,
bro.
I mean, I take that back,
bro. I'm trying to get
if I can get like a whiff of it first, you know what I'm saying? Like that Cobalt.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm trying to do at least this next season for Blunt Football Talk. I'm trying to do 2 road games or 2 road shows. 2 road shows. We've got one at Copperhead, no doubt about it. That one's fine. It's ready to go. We can do it Wednesday, 5 p.m. There's no problem. 6 p.m. Whatever we got to do it. There's no problem there. Okay. And then the other one, I'm still open to talking to anyone about that. They get all kinds of free promotion. All we're asking in return is a tab for me and you. And also we would probably bring Scotty in on that show because it'd be live from on location. So we definitely want to bring the third wheel in for that.
Right. I don't drink much.
I don't know if Scotty can do it, but I'd be down. So
I'd be down. I mean,
best Irish drink. What's your
really
favorite?
High first, yeah.
So one of the listeners says, best Irish drink. What's your favorite? First off, I'm weak sauce. So I'm going to probably puss out here and go with a beer and go with Guinness probably. I like Guinness beer. It's a good Irish beer. It's really, when people think of Ireland, they think of Guinness. And so it's hard to go wrong with that, you know? It's a lot like
if you want a good Irish whiskey, proper number 12.
It's kind of like when people think about Mexico and they think about certain beer. Well, I'm trying to get me a plug. I'm trying to get me put in on the Rona.
Some Tecate?
Right?
Ooh, hey, I'm gonna go. That's some Mexican beer right there.
Scotty knows what's happening. I'm gonna go around with this bottle of tequila like this around the bar and just act like a rapper. Just like, yo, we up in this bitch, son. All right, so let's move on, though. So here we go. Dak's new deal brought to you by Sam's Creations. So Dak's new deal in Dallas, bro, he has racked in. First off, it's like 140, 50, 60, $160 million deal. 126 of that's guaranteed. 75 million of it, I believe, is like is what he's going to make next season. And there's no guarantee he'll start yet. Like, we don't know that he'll actually start yet. Yeah, that's the best part about it.
Adi, hold on. This is after that man's ankle or leg got twisted and broke like that. I don't blame him.
Nasty, bro.
But Scotty is like Jameson is his ish, and I cannot. Jameson is some good.
That's some good whiskey. That's some good Irish whiskey. That's a good Irish whiskey. And they have really good commercials too. Like when he goes over the boat and he goes against the barrel, and then he walks up on shore at the wedding. Or no, he walks up on shore at his own funeral.
Commercial they've had for like 6-7 years.
I don't care. That is my favorite Jameson commercial to this day, though, is when he goes off the boat, goes after the barrel, and then walks up to his own funeral with the barrel to celebrate the funeral. That's fucking epic. That's Irish epic shit right there, bro. That's Mr. Trey level epic of what I'm trying to get to. I can't fight.
Did you know
I can fight a bear? Oh, I bet you could fight a bear on Jameson. You know what I can fight a bear on? It's because I'm German, I think. But Jägermeister, bro. You get me drinking Jägermeister, and I'm willing to fight the biggest motherfucker in the room. And that is not okay, because I am not a large man.
That's just because that's the nastiest shit ever, and you're drinking it willingly.
Willingly. With the Red Bull. Shout out to them, too. They should, none of these companies pay us. Patron, Red Bull, Jameson, Corona, any of these people. As a matter of fact, the only thing we're consuming on this show that's actually a paid advertiser, but we still bought the product is Apothecary, because I know you pay for your own shit and I pay for my own shit. They don't they'll hook us up with some free hats and shirts, you know, for us to sport, but we still buy our product. That's the law. So anyway, here you go.
But I did go buy another stop. And they do have some good greens.
So here you go. Dak Prescott's deal. Okay, here's my thing on Dak Prescott's deal. I think that Jerry overpaid, but I think that if he didn't, let me tell you, the $140 million deals he was getting offered by other people anyway. So, Jerry said something that's kind of stuck with me, and it is a bougie ass, rich white guy, fucking NFL cowboy, Texan kind of thing to say. But it made sense to me.
Which is?
He said, did you see the Dak Prescott interview after they signed him, when they were both sitting there together talking? Did you see it at all?
No.
Okay, let me tell you what he said. Oh, you're good. Okay, I'm going to blow your fucking mind. He turned and said, somebody asked about him overpaying or something like that, and he said, listen, he said, I've come to the conclusion in my life that almost everything that's ever turned out to be absolutely life amazing, worth it, I overpaid for in life.
I mean, but then did you actually ever really overpay then?
A lot of people said he overpaid for Troy.
Like that.
A lot of people said that he overpaid Troy, but the truth is Troy also gave up like $10 million of his own contract to get Deion Sanders there. So while he overpaid, it looked like the man was bought in enough to give some money back to get a motherfucker on the team. Now, we all know Troy got that $10 million. Hold on. We all know Troy got that $10 million he gave up. I'm just saying for cap reasons, he gave it up, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they got a Super Bowl with Deion by Brees. The year they brought Deion in from San Francisco, they got a fucking Super Bowl with it. Neon Deion, baby. You know they used to call me in high school?
Prime time, baby.
My coach used to call me Little Prime Time because I was always talking big shit. Always when I'd pick somebody in practice, I'd go down the field doing the prime time dance or high stepping, high legging, whatever, just showing out because I knew I couldn't do it in the game, but I knew I could get away with it in practice and coach would just be disgusted, but he wouldn't do nothing about it, And so coach was like, who the fuck you think you is? Prime time Deion Sanders? All right, little prime time, get your ass over here in the huddle. And it just stuck. And it stuck with me all through.
LPT!
Yeah, little prime time stuck with me all through high school, bro. All through high school.
That's it. That's your name. That's your name.
My high school football gloves that I wore in game, actually on the gloves said prime time. I wrote it with an ink pen because it was just it stuck. It stuck for so long that I just started writing. Like I would write it on my shit, prime time, and people were like, "Oh, that's Trey shit." You know what I mean? I wouldn't even write my name, Trey on it. I just write prime time, and people were like, "Okay, that's Trey shit." Trey think he tight, but all right, prime time, all right, here's your fucking shit. So anyway, all jokes aside, a real prime time.
Extra laughs though, didn't you though?
Right, a real primetime player here. Oh, I did some extra laughs. You know it. Some real primetime player shit here though. I got to give props because when you look at this deal in comparison to Patrick Mahomes' deal, it would now make Prescott the highest paid player in the league, only behind Mahomes. Only behind Mahomes, bro. Only.
You mean he even gets paid more than Rodgers? And Rodgers was the highest paid quarterback.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
The year before.
I keep losing using the fucking Green Bay Packers on Madden, so fuck Aaron Rodgers right now. Oh, I'm so tired of getting beat by 14.
Rodgers, be mad at the Packers.
Bro, I'm so mad at Madden for their game being unrealistic. Like, dude, nobody fumbles. Look, dude, Devontae Adams dropped 3 passes wide open in a game. Like, dude, fuck Madden. That doesn't even happen in real life.
I mean, it could.
So it just pisses me off.
You should have been playing with the Bucs, Joe. Should have been playing with the Bucs.
I don't want to play with the Bucs because if I play with the Bucs, I guarantee you what's going to happen is I'm going to get forced to go up against somebody using like somebody who can beat the Bucs. I like to use weaker teams sometimes.
Who can beat the Bucs?
Dude, I'll go in with like the Chargers because I know that even though they got a rookie quarterback, I could tear your ass up with Eckler on that run. So anyway, discount double drop. That's funny. Scottie Pippen's on point today. He's on it today. He's on it today.
Keep him on the show right there.
I'm telling you. All right, let's go to our next subject. Brady. Is he one injury away from retirement, or can he play through issues and make it to? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for it? 50.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you right now, he's aiming for 10 rings. I am not lying.
I'm not mad at him anymore. I'm on his side actually.
That man's going for 10 rings. He's already got 7. He's like look, 3 more. We can do this.
Look, I hated on him on some Super Bowls, but I also rooted for him against like the Seahawks, for example. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking rooting for the goddamn Seahawks. Fuck you. I don't root for the fucking Rams. I was going for him when he was a rookie. I don't go for the Rams. Fuck you. Fuck you. All those Broncos fans.
But I loved every second of that 28-30. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all you hating ass Broncos fans, you should have went for Tom Brady instead of the Chiefs, and you might have. Hey, the Chiefs might have actually won had you went for Tom Brady. But the Broncos fans, bro, they hate Tom Brady so much they couldn't go against their division rival who made them look like trash. I was talking shit to Cammy and Scotty about that one, dog. So check it out.
I didn't even get into the end zone. How you not even getting the end zone in the Super Bowl?
Ooh, Angel in Denver, who works for Willie Reserves, brought me a cartridge. Actually, I use the Willie Reserves battery all the time now for all my cartridges. It's a really good battery. But the Willie Reserves 1 gram.
Whenever next time you see her, Angel, I said hi.
She brought me.
Come see me,
dude. We told her to come up. She was up here visiting us in Black, and we told her to come up. And no. You know what? They were up on a night you worked, so I never even brought it up. Because you're saving your vacation time for the Wake and Bake Blunt Football Talk motherfucking camping trip. We're going down. We're going to go down southeast where you're going to have to sleep in your tank top at night because it's that hot. We're not going to go to the mountain. We are going to go to the mountain still, but we're going to do a hot down east at the lake, like where it's 100 degrees for like 3 days straight at the lake kind of shit. Maybe not that hot, but like 85 though. I'm talking about we're taking the pop-up tent.
I'm going to get some sun?
Yeah, we're going to take the pop-up tent, be by the water where we could just jump in the lake kind of shit.
And I ain't got to worry about gators and shit.
No, Florida boy. This is Colorado. All you got to worry about is you. I mean, if
that cold-ass motherfucking water.
That too, yeah. That mountain water is cold, bro. But that's why I said we need to go like 100 miles southeast so that water has 100 miles to warm up.
Because the rain up here I'm from Florida. I'm used to that nice warm rain. Florida is like, Colorado's like, nah, man, we just pull the shit out the freezer and just gonna dump it on you.
So maybe we need to get with Tom. Maybe we need to get on that avocado and toast Tom Brady diet, bro, because then we'll be all right, you know. Because this motherfucker might play till he's 500. Tom Brady been playing football since motherfucking the refrigerator Perry was playing football. Tom Brady been playing football since before football was even thought up. That's how old Tom Brady really is. Like Tom Brady been playing football. Tom Brady was drafted by Jesus's team for Moses's franchise, motherfucker. That's how old Tom Brady really is. I'm just saying. But that motherfucker's still dope, though. That motherfucker's still dope, though. Say what you want about the motherfucker. He's still dope. Here's the deal. Last season, Brady, at 43, signed a 2-year contract with the Buccaneers worth $50 million in guaranteed pay. But I can tell you that shit escalated like a motherfucker because he won him that Super Bowl, guaranteed. He was
like, let's renegotiate my contract.
Right. This was his 20th season. This last one was his 21st season. So this will be his 22nd
season.
Yeah, this will be his 22nd season. The guy's got 7 Super Bowls, 10 appearances. I mean, even his wife. He made a joke. He said, "My wife walked up to me while all the fucking confetti and shit was coming down and looked me in my face and said, 'Seriously, what else do you have to prove?'" And I'm even like, bro,
everything.
You're gonna have to be like a Madden team. Fuck, you're gonna have to be like, you're gonna have to somehow under the cap put together an all Madden team for like a decade to be able to ever come close to this, and it probably won't even be with the same quarterback or players.
So here's the best part: he's done this. Well, I mean, great, he had the team, but still.
I was about to be like, whoa, bro. Hold on. The Buccaneers had one of the biggest salaries in the league, and they were way over the cap last year. That's what they're dealing with right now, trying to get people signed, is trying to get back under the cap. And they lowered the cap because of revenue due to the coronavirus. Or should I say lack of revenue. Yeah. By the way, that happened during the offseason.
They brought back so many so far. I mean, we're still waiting on Fournette and Ndamukong Suh. I don't know about Antonio. And there's.
I will say that despite listen.
Those are still free agents.
Despite AB catching the Super Bowl, really the Super Bowl ceiling. Can we call it ceiling? Super Bowl ceiling touchdown?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, despite that, I got to be quite frank and quite honest with you, my friend. If there was anybody on the team that you could afford to lose, it's probably AB. If you have to cut, if you got to cut fat, AB is he's extremely talented, but with that talent comes a very high price tag. So, Podcast P, did you read the article about the XFL, CFL I sent you? Hello?
What was that? Article. Hold on. I basically something about that.
Seriously, Scottie Pippen on to something. No. Basically, Tom Brady's an all-Madden team with the same quarterback for 3 decades, bro. Like, he really is the all-decade team of the turn of the. He's the all-decade team of the teens, the 10s and the 2010s,
right?
And I would say all he needs right now. We already won the 2020 Super Bowl. All he needs is one more Super Bowl and play for 2 more years. He's going to be the all-decade quarterback again. It'll be him with Mahomes as his fucking backup. You mock my words. Mock my fucking words, doggy dog. So let's go to this though. So this next one brought to you by. Brought to you by the Root of All Woodworks. By the way, the Root of All Woodworks on Instagram. Just use _root_of_all. You get my drift. _root of all woodworks with underscores. Or you can go to Facebook, the Root of All Woodworks. They never a bad time for a great gift, guys. Handcrafted, woodworked gifts. They've made the commemorative Wake and Bake America commemorative plates for us out of wood, rolling trays, that is, rolling plates. So check out the Root of All Woodworks on Facebook and Instagram and inbox him for your next great gift idea. There's not much you can't make, guys. Now,
quality woodwork, yeah.
Yo, that's what I call my
That man knows how to work some wood.
Did you hear me? He said quality woodwork, and I said that's what I call my junk. Yeah. Got him. All right, so the XFL and CFL are discussing options for a collaboration. Their plan is to return to the field following the coronavirus. Representatives from both leagues have confirmed this, by the way. In a statement released by the CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrosie, I think that's how you say it, Ambrosie, and the XFL chairwoman and owner, one of the co-owners, Danny Garcia. They did not reference the possibility of a merger, but they did indicate that there are talks in very early stages, but offered no boundaries on depth of the potential partnership. The exact quote is, "We look forward to seeing what possibilities our discussions might uncover and sharing those with our fans as the process unfolds."
Are we talking interleague games? Is that what we're talking here? Interleague games between the XFL and the CFL? Did that possibly happen? Is that what we're getting at?
Calm down. No, calm up. I'm actually thinking this could go even a step further than that and be an actual NFL, AFL type merger type situation. Basically, we have cross-play, and the conference champions, just the league champions from each league, play each other for a championship, is what I'm thinking is going to be the
I get that. Deal. Yeah. So that would be like an interleague play thing, which is actually kind of awesome, but would they actually, since there's no talk of a merger, would they have an actual, like, a belt they would fight for? Because that would be awesome.
Did you say a belt?
Yes.
Like wrestling?
I did.
This is the
Yes. Or UFC
XFL championship belt. We run this bitch. I could see it. I could actually see that.
Come on.
I could see that.
Everybody gets to like hold up the belt. I mean, it's not like the WWE does not hand out fucking Super Bowl fucking title belts to the Super Bowl champions.
So
Buccaneers got a fucking WWE title belt.
So first off,
logo on it. So I'm saying, why the fuck not?
Just to be clear, the CFL canceled its 2020 season after it failed to secure a $30 million aid package from the Canadian government. So it's announced a full 2021 schedule. Well, obviously it was the pandemic time. It has offered up a full 2021 schedule which would begin with preseason games in late May, but it is unclear how the ongoing pandemic will impact attendance at games and so forth. This, of course, being reported by ESPN.com. What I will tell you is that Rock Johnson tweeted out back in October. Sorry, what did I say? DeWalk? I meant The Rock.
The Rock Johnson.
The Rock Johnson.
Paging
Johnson. Paging Johnson. We need a Johnson in here.
Johnson.
So back in October,
that's what she said.
Back in October of last year, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, one of the new majority owners and co-owners of the XFL, did tweet out that the XFL will return in 2020. I think that the best thing to potentially happen to football may be this merger between the CFL and the XFL. Or this potential merger, let's call it, between the CFL and XFL, 2030, Dwayne The Rock for president. If you haven't seen Young Rock, you need to check it out. It's a really good show. It's a really good show.
I kind of like bits and pieces of it, and I'm looking at it, I'm just like, oh my God. When I see the Macho Man.
You will love it. You are a wrestling
I've watched bits and pieces of it, I'm not going to lie. When I'm seeing like the Macho Man guy who's playing that, the guy who plays...
the guy that plays Andre the Giant, I told Cam, I said, that guy is like 100 pounds underweight, real shit. Easy.
The dude who plays Junkyard Dog looks just like the fucking Junkyard Dog. I'm not even gonna lie.
I told Cammy that was that I had his action figure as a kid. He was one of my favorite dudes in the 80s growing up as a kid. Was the Hulkster, Macho Man, the Junkyard Dog, all of all of Vince McMahon's guys were my favorite dudes, man. Right. But you know, when you think about as a child self-identification, we can get into some real shit about society here. But the reason why I, of course, obviously honed to guys like the Junkyard Dog, Jimmy the Fly Snookum, another guy would be I didn't know a lot about the Soul Man Johnson because he was already heading towards retirement. He'd wrestle once in a blue moon in the 80s, when I was a kid for anything that mattered. But guys like the Junkyard Dog, dude, they were on the whole, remember they were on the wrestling cartoon? Remember when it was? Do you remember that? Yeah. I knew you'd fucking know. I knew you'd fucking know because I watched it too, man.
Roddy Piper was one of the bad guys. Oh my God, I used to love that show.
Oh, bro, what about my dude tearing off the shirt? Scotty, by the way, I almost tore off my own shirt one time just because of when the Ultimate Warrior came out. And he just got so crunk one time. I started acting like him, and my mom was like, "If you rip that shirt, I'll beat the brown off you, boy." That was some 80s shit right there. I'll beat the black off you. What? One time my mom seen.
Let's see.
My mom didn't realize how black I could get, so I was outside in the sun all day, and then my mom looked outside and was like, "Who's that black kid over there sitting with my daughter?" And my stepdad was like, "That's our son." Oh, it's fun to grow up in a mixed house with two white parents, let me tell you. It's fun to be mixed in a house with two white parents. It really is. So check this out. Let's move on. Where will Russ be cooking next year? Because the cook was out of the kitchen in Seattle. This brought to you by Sweeps. Hold on, before you answer. This is brought to you by Sweeps. During these hard times, customers matter. And how you spend your ad dollars counts more than ever. Did you know that you can advertise with Blunt Football Talk along with Wake and Bake America show, which is 5 days a week, plus our seasonal shows like Politically Stoned and No Rules. You can advertise with all those and any other shows that we come up with in the time being. If any of these guys come to me with their own show idea and we produce it out, you're going to be on their show. Get with us, inbox us, info, wake, the letter N, bakeamericashow.com, or shoot us a call, 719-299-0428. You can leave us a text there, and we'll get with you on pricing and how to get with us for the remainder of this physical year or for a full year. Pricing so cheap, I guarantee you, I'll blow your mind, man. Guarantee you, you won't pay more than $50 a month for advertising. Matter of fact, I guarantee you, you'll pay half that. Let's go. So
I promise you, he's not.
Reach out to Scotty. Reach out to Scotty Pimpin. He'll tell you. Scotty Pimpin's one of our lead sales guys, and he'll tell you. I love commission. I want to sell you an ad deal.
Yeah, as long as he's not selling penis.
Shut up. Oh, you saw those messages. I forgot that was First off, it didn't say penis. We're not going to get on fuck you. We're not going to sidebar this, but it didn't say penis. That's all I'm going to say. It did not fucking say penis.
Okay.
You're wrong as fuck for that. You're wrong as fuck for that. Both of you are wrong as fuck for that. So, let me ask you one thing. He won't be cooking any penises, but he wants to be cooking touchdowns. Where the fuck will Russ cook in 2021? Podcast P, would you be surprised if I told you, based off of contracts, based off of who Russ Wood signed his waiver, based off the fact that the Cowboys re-signed Dak and the Bears just picked up Andy Dalton, fuck you, Scotty, based off of all of that, would you be surprised if I told you Russ won't be cooking in the same kitchen next year?
Oh, no, I would not be surprised at all. Not at all. I was actually going to say the same place.
He's not going to fucking sit out because he's not that kind of chump, okay? He's not going to hold out because he's not a chump. He's not going to hold out. But think of this. Listen to me. Now, Seattle, it would benefit Seattle to get rid of him because they don't have a first-round draft pick this year. Russell Wilson is absolutely worth at least a minimum, mid-first-rounder minimum out the gate because you're getting a championship-caliber quarterback out of the gate, so he's worth at least a mid-second round.
Super Bowl winning. Super Bowl winning
and losing. Super Bowl winning and losing. But
that means he's been to Super Bowl at least twice.
Hey, but let's be real though. When they went up against the Broncos, they had the Legion of Boom, and when they went up against the Patriots, they had the Legion of Doom. Oh,
yeah.
So anyway,
that is true.
So where is Russ going to cook? Well, there was a lot of talk of maybe him going to the Saints, but the Saints, for some weird reason, signed Taysom Hill to a $140 million deal. We'll get to that later.
And then re-sign Jameis Winston.
For less money. Later. For less money. So they signed the more talented quarterback to less quarterback money. Yeah, that happened. So and they pull
throws more interceptions than touchdowns.
Giving Taysom Hill that much money is almost as bad as the Broncos drafting. You ready for it? Tebow.
Brock.
It's as bad as the Broncos drafting Tebow. Tebow
got them to the fucking playoffs.
Tebow was third. Listen to me. Tebow was a third-round pick based on athleticism only at best. As a quarterback, he was
still got him the fucking playoffs.
As a quarterback, he was a fifth rounder at best. Now, don't come out with this. Tom Brady was a sixth rounder. I'll throw this bottle at you through the camera.
I would never compare Tom Brady to Tim Tebow. But
and you never better unless you want me to rip you apart for it.
Still got them to the fucking playoffs.
Yo, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something.
When was the last time they were in the playoffs? When was the last time they were in the playoffs?
Hey, listen. During that playoff.
When was the last time they were in the playoffs?
Listen, when Tim Tebow beat the Steelers in the playoffs, let me tell you something. I literally looked at two Steelers fans sitting in the room with me, and I said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was the Broncos quarterback or offensive coordinator or play caller, whoever's in charge of the play call, right? They had been running the ball every down in overtime and late in the fourth quarter against the Steelers. That's why it went. That's why it was the way it was." And how it got there. And I'll tell you what, the one thing that did impress me was I said, if they're smart, he's not a good throwing quarterback, but if they're smart, they'll run a quick slant. I said they'll run a quick slant or a little deep post or what's called a skinny post or a short post. It's basically a skinny post is shorter than the post but longer than the slant, right? As far as how far up the field you go. Right. I said they'd be smart to run this. I literally looked at them before the ball was snapped. I said if they were smart, they'd run a skinny post right across the middle because Pittsburgh doesn't believe that Tebow has the guts to throw the ball against them. And sure enough, they ran the fucking skinny post slant right up the middle, across the middle, and they fucking won it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I need to be hired by the Broncos. No, I'm just kidding.
See, you give Tebow, everybody gives Tebow so much shit. Hey, but still, I mean, I never said he was a great quarterback. I never said he could throw the fucking ball. I'm just saying he still got them in the fucking playoffs.
As an undersized guy who was constantly underrated, but always at least given credit for his athleticism. Like, I was like Tebow. He's too small to be a quarterback, but the motherfucker can fly all over the field. Let's move him to safety. You know what I mean? To strong safety. So they were one of those, he's too short to be quarterback. He's too short to be quarterback. So I understand just to be honest with you, just before we move on.
Doesn't he play baseball now? still?
No, he's a commentator for the SEC Network, actually, if I remember right. But I saw him on the SEC.
That is right.
I saw him on the SEC Network last year doing college games, actually.
Yeah.
And listen, hey, Tim Tebow.
He does the Florida games.
Hey, Tim Tebow, we talk a lot of shit. We give you a hard time, but I'm going to be real with you, bro. As a college quarterback, you might go down as one of the best ever to play the college game. And that's pimping, recognizing pimping. Pimping says pimping. Okay? I'm being real there. You might not have been what I would call it. I feel like the Broncos wasted a draft pick drafting you 7th. They should have tried to get you in the second round or third round at best. But I'm going to tell you right now, brother, as a college quarterback, just so you understand, real recognize, real pimping, you was a dope-ass college quarterback. Just so you know, I respect you, gangster.
Time out, Scotty.
I respect you, gangster.
He has 2 kids now, so he's no longer a virgin.
See, that's just it. He has 2 kids.
I'm sure he gets pegged.
He has 2 kids.
I'm sure he gets pegged, too.
Oh, that's cold, man. Y'all better stop it. I was just going to say he has 2 kids and somehow he's still a virgin. Y'all took it to a whole, like, I feel like Savannah came in and dropped a thank you note because you mentioned pegging. Like that. Do you know that Savannah threatened to peg me?
Her name popped in my head.
Hold on. Do you know that Savannah she threatened to peg me on a show she was a guest visiting on. Yeah, it's like having a friend come over that used to live with you but hasn't been in state for like 10 years. That was like bust out a dick. You know what I mean? Like I was like, Savannah, stop! You cannot threaten to peg me on my own show.
I'll stick this in your ass.
Right? It's inappropriate. You can't do that to people. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's Baby Thug, though. That's Baby Thug.
Baby Thug was back hard. Baby Thug was back hard as fuck. All right, so I will tell you this. I don't think Russ will be cooking anywhere. If he does, honestly, right now, I'll be more surprised if he's moved than if he stays. The problem isn't Russ, and the problem actually isn't Seattle. It's actually Russ's contract, bro. It's such a cap hit that he would have to go to a team that he isn't willing to waive his trade clause. One thing about Russ is he wants to win. Dude, he named teams that are basically a quarterback short of going to the Super Bowl. He named teams like the Cowboys, the Saints. Believe it or not, with that defense and those decent offensive players, the Bears can at least make the playoffs with Russell Wilson as their quarterback.
Yeah. If he went to the Saints, I would have felt sorry for him because, he would have lost. That would have been a wasted thing to go to the Saints, until Brady retires.
I have another move
for you.
I have another move for you. Blockbuster move right here for you. Brought to you by our blockbuster guy, Young Fats. That's right. Wake and Bake America Show is happy to partner with underground sensation Young Fats. Check out and download The Fat Man on all music platforms. How do you find him? Easy. Young Fats. YUNGFATTZ. Young Fats. Get down. So.
What's your bad self?
Here's my next big move for you. Hunter Henry signs a deal with the Patriots. My question, now I know you know about the deal because you're involved in that division. So I know you know about the deal. My question is this though. Are the Chargers losing Hunter Henry to the Patriots to free agency? Are the Chargers the bigger loser or are the Patriots actually the bigger winner? What say you, Podcast P?
Well, taking into consideration that the Patriots also have picked up 11 other free agents, I would say the Patriots are one of the big winners here.
We're not
even to the draft yet.
They actually signed a viable number 1 tight end already, so I was really surprised that they did it anyway.
Do you realize, if you look back on Cam Newton's history, who is their quarterback, by the way, he loves throwing to tight ends. That love to run up the seam and go deep.
This is why.
Who loves to do that?
This is why I'm not. Check it out. This is why I'm not surprised that the Patriots picked up Hunter Henry and another good tight end. Do you realize that despite Cam Newton enjoying throwing to the quarterback, right? To the tight end. Despite Cam loving to throw to the tight end, the Patriots only completed 12 passes to the tight end last year.
Yeah.
Bro, between Hunter Henry and their new tight end, they could do that in one game.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plus, with the defense they just picked up,
bro.
Yo, you know what's going to be hilarious?
The Patriots. I feel like the Patriots want to take on. I feel like the Patriots want to take on Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I feel like Bill Belichick.
They do.
I feel like Belichick is like spending the Patriots payroll to prove that he is why Tom is so great, and not Tom is why Tom is so great. Like, I'll whoop your ass in the Super Bowl and prove you ain't shit, little nigga. Little nigga.
Scott is like, the Patriots bought the whole free agents. Now, there's still some that are out there, which I'm kind of shocked about, but there are some pickups that have happened today that I just found out. I just feel like
Belichick and the Patriots just became like the Debo of the NFL. Tom Brady was like, my dad said I need to get my Super Bowl ring back, and Belichick was like, "What Super Bowl ring, little bitch?" Like, he's spending money.
Talking about
he's spending money but you understand what
Tebow the fuck out.
But you understand what I'm saying though? Like Belichick over there spending money like Debo on Friday, and Craig is like, "Oh shit, I might have to really fight this motherfucker at the end of the movie." That's basically how the 2021 season is starting to shape up. Like Belichick,
they gotta beat.
Like Tom Brady won a Super Bowl.
Gotta beat the Chiefs.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl without Belichick, and Belichick busted out the Patriot and Robert Kraft's checkbook and was like, "All right, bitch. All right, I see you. I see how this is going. I see where we're going." Now, here's the thing: is I think the Patriots are also going to make another big move. You mark my words. Come draft day, they are just fascinated with Trey Lance. And they want Trey Lance from North Dakota State real bad. Like, there's all kinds of scuttlebutt all over the Patriots ship about it.
It's like you can't even, like, as a matter of fact,
Cam Newton is a Band-Aid.
Hold on. Speaking of scuttlebutt, when the Patriots played the Chargers and beat them or whatever, Bill Belichick could not stop talking about your boy Hunter. And even that is beautiful there, sir. Even the reporters are like, "Oh, so he's gonna be a Patriot next year." And lo and behold, your boy Hunter is now a Patriot. What's up, Pizza Daddy?
Can I just tell you something? Blunt Football Talk, first off, is becoming so popular with people, and they love us just because we're basically lit trying to do sports, and they think it's hilarious. But I'm going to tell you right now, this next year, Blunt Football Talk...
It's a great concept, right?
Bro, we were quarantined during this first season of Blunt Football Talk. Next year's Blunt Football Talk is going to be so fucking lit, and we are only planning on doing 2 shows out of 16 NFL weeks, 17, I'm sorry. We're only planning on doing 2 of them on the road, bro, right now. I'd be willing to do up to 4 next season. That's a quarter of the season. You know what I mean? But people I'm going to do 2 for free, and then we need to get 2 that are paid. You know what I mean? Like, buy commercials with us, and then we'll come out to their spot. One of our spots is already a commercial buyer, which is Copperhead.
They have to be 420 friendly.
No, not necessarily.
I'm sorry.
No. Podcast people. Listen, we'll take a break and we'll go outside and we'll smoke. But what I'm saying is that sometimes you have to put that aside to get out to the public.
Well, no, I get that.
But you're giving me an idea that maybe we should do one at the Speakeasy or A64. I would reach out to the Speakeasy first because considering the guy that owns it's my best friend, and that Jewish bastard will kill me if I don't at least ask him first. He'll kill me.
You better ask him first, Joe. That was where that is like the most awesomest place ever. It's speaking of having, I fucking loved it, man.
Speaking of having Jewish best friends who own cannabis clubs, did I tell you what I did to him for Christmas? Nothing, because he doesn't celebrate Christmas. He's fucking Jewish, podcast P. Pay attention. God damn it, have a heart. No, so seriously.
Just because.
Check it out. No, listen.
Get him a present.
You're going to fucking laugh. Our listeners are going to laugh. The ones that don't know. So check it out. So I took him. Okay, so you know how Jewish.
Your dad.
Hey, listen, in the world of Jewish religion, I'm sorry, I'm a little inebriated, but in religion, they celebrate the Hanukkah.
Hebrew?
No, they celebrate Hanukkah. There are 8 nights of celebration during the winter solstice and all that, right?
The 8 crazy nights,
right? So check this out. So you ready for this? So I took my best friend, who's Jewish, Shout out to Jay Easy, a.k.a. Jay Easy. Used to be, he's actually the original host of Wake and Bake America with me. Before Cammy, before he ran for politics, he was actually the host of my show. I had to take him off the show because he was running for a political office. He couldn't be on the show. And then that's when we brought Cammy in. And then she was so great that he didn't want to come back, honestly. That's what happened. So shout out to Cammy, too. But anyway, so guess what I did to him? Okay, because we got to move on. Guess what I did to him? So... You know my ghetto ass.
You bought him a menorah, or you bought him candles.
No.
Okay.
My ghetto ass shows up to his house with 4 presents and tells him, I handed him the 4 presents and I said, Happy Hanukkah, here's 4 presents. Sorry, my nigga, I'm too poor to be Jewish. I said I got 4 gifts for you because I can only be half. I told him, I said I can only afford to be half Jewish.
Okay. Okay. We need to take a break for a second.
Well, you take a break.
I about pissed my pants on that. Oh my god.
That was a good one, right? So
I wasn't expecting it.
I keeps it hood, all right? So, even with my white friends. You want another good laugh? So, my best friend, who's also Jewish.
Andy Dalton's the quarterback of the Chiefs.
I didn't know him. Listen, checks out. I didn't know him as a kid. He actually grew up about 2 blocks from my great-grandparents' house that I used to go to all the time. So, there's a fat chance that he and I have probably played, like 2-hand touch or tackle football in that neighborhood he grew up in, because I used to always go over to the field and play with the neighborhood kids over at was it Chandler High School? No, that's not the right one. Hold on. I'm trying to remember which high school I didn't go to that school. I can't remember. McCormick High. I think it was McCormick. Cool. I think it was McClintock High. McClintock High. That's what it was.
McCormick, that's a fucking seasoning, dude. Come on now.
Hey, it got me to McClintock. Right. Give me a break here. All right, listen.
That's a Duke movie. I'll be back.
All right, you go to the bathroom. I'm going to hit them with this next Von Miller talk, which he's going to be so mad that he missed this. But it is what it is. So while Podcast P takes a quick break, you know what's funny is I told him to go to the bathroom because we were going to do this commercial free since it was our off-season special, and this little idiot still ends up having to go to the bathroom. He might be in there listening, so we're not going to talk too much shit about him because you never know Podcast P. So I'm going to skip the Broncos, re-sign Von Miller because I know he's going to want to talk about that. That's his other team besides the Buccaneers. He and I both are huge Buccaneer fans, and then he likes the Broncos and I like the Cardinals. We both have lived in the Florida. He lived in the Florida Panhandle. I used to live on the Gulf Coast, so that's where that comes from. Anyway, so we're going to skip that. We're going to go back to that in a second. But right now, the Chiefs release both offensive tackles, including first-round draft pick from 8 seasons ago, who's a Pro Bowler. That's right. This brought to you by Sick Tees. Look, printing your brand matters. Let's be honest. Facts are facts. So the next time you need anything printed on anything, visit my homies over at Sick Tees. That's SIKTEEZ.com. So the Chiefs release both of their offensive linemen, including former number 1 overall pick, Eric Fisher, who 8 years ago when the Chiefs drafted him, I said, that's how you start a winning franchise. If you want to start a winning franchise, you start today by drafting a left tackle, number 1 pick overall, and you build on that over the next 5 to 6 years, and you end up with what the Chiefs did. So I'm a little taken back that the Chiefs released former number 1 overall pick Eric Fisher and starting right tackle Mitchell Schwartz. And here's the interesting part about this is, if you look at why the Chiefs lost that Super Bowl, it's because these guys weren't there in their positions where they needed to be. hurt, injured, and or otherwise. If you guys remember, the Chiefs played with backups on they played with backups on the O-line, and what happened? They scored 9 fucking points in a Super Bowl that was supposed to be over. Dude, I took the over-under in Vegas on that at 6 or 50. Wasn't
we all did.
What was it? 54, 55? I took the fucking over-under.
55 points.
I said, you're dumb. If the over-under was 60, I'd take it, because I thought this thing was going to be 31-35.
Yeah, no, 35-9.
Well, I was right about one. One of those teams did score what I said they'd score.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry. I said it was going to be 38-35, and you guys did score. You guys held up your end of the bargain, but the other team was about 28 points short or something like that.
The only touchdown they made is when they landed in Tampa.
Okay, so let's do this, buddy. The Chiefs in this O-line thing, the problem is the pair of the pair that they let go was more than $18 million against the salary cap this year. We all knew that one of the teams that was going to be in a little bit of trouble was probably going to be the Chiefs, because a couple of years ago they spent a lot of money for the next 2 or 3 years to get guys in place to win. And if you saw what happened, it worked out. They won a Super Bowl, right? Look,
for a year.
Look, it worked out. No. Whoa, it worked out for 3 fucking years. You're forgetting that the year before that, they went to the AFC Championship and got beat by Tom Brady. So this is where
now somehow history repeats itself. They lost to Tom Brady.
Somehow I knew you'd go right back to that. So, but what you have to look at is the big picture here. And the big picture is that when you get a quarterback and you spend the money. And we're going to talk about this because we're looking at a team like the Cardinals who are in what we call the 3-year window. The 3-year window is year 3.
Right.
The 3-year window is year 3, year 4, and then you can franchise tag them in year 5. And you can fifth year option them. Fifth year option them in year 5,
right,
off their rookie contract, and then you can franchise them without. So you can basically have a guy there for 6 years off a rookie deal and never give him a new deal, but never let him get a deal anywhere else, right? So in theory, the Cardinals have right now today 1, 2, 3. 3-year window. Well, if you look back at the Chiefs, they executed the 3-year window fairly well. One would be very hard-pressed to argue that. An AFC championship that they lost in, an AFC championship they won and then went to the Super Bowl and won, an AFC championship that they won and then went to the Super Bowl and lost. It's hard to argue that they did not fucking fully execute the 3-year window. In a sense, short of perfection would have been 3 Super Bowls, maybe 2 would be perfection to me on that. So they were just slightly short of perfection by even fucking getting there.
I mean, either way, Here's a common denominator between all 3 of those events. And yes, I'm bringing it back. He had to be Tom Brady and all 3 of those to have that happen. I'm sorry.
No, actually.
Let me hop off the stick right quick.
The year they won the Super Bowl, he didn't. The year they won the Super Bowl,
he had to.
He did not have to.
He had to.
Well, but it was early. He didn't have to beat him in the AFC Championship, okay? That's all I was saying.
But he still had to beat him to
but
get
you
to
are right, though.
That's all I'm saying.
What's fair is fair. He did have to go through to get to the show. Fair enough. Either way, that's an arguable one there.
Exactly.
So,
as we've seen, he can be just about anybody like Tom Brady.
What I think we're about to see is the consequence of the salary cap after the 3-year window with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think we're about to see that. We're seeing that with the Rams, FYI, just so y'all know. We're seeing that with the Rams. The 3-year window is starting to close, and we're seeing that with the Rams. So, and that's why they got rid of Jared Goff, because they still have everything else in place for the 3-year window, but Goff wasn't working. It's the same fucking thing, and I think the Cardinals, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit, are doing the same thing. Let me do this, though. I want to bounce onto another signing. This one is Colorado made, Colorado proud. Just like our next sponsor, Apothecary Farms, the leader in concentrates. It's Apothecary Farms. They're located in Pueblo, Colorado Springs, Denver, Oklahoma, and hundreds of other locations. Besides home base, get your Apothecary Farms. If not, why not? You see the fucking diamonds I'm showing you.
I mean, they do have some fucking diamonds, and I ain't even gonna fucking lie. Like, yeah.
Diamonds.
And y'all, if y'all like some rosin,
this is actually hold on. This
fucking primo.
I do have some HFC. Shit. I do have some HFCS or HSFC diamonds or whatever, right?
You have the full spectrum.
They're in the other room.
Yeah,
but this is actually
that's ambrosia, baby.
This is a honey banana ambrosia. That's what I've been dabbing during the show, actually.
Dude, I'm telling you, the honey banana rosin. I mean, it's worth the money that it costs. I cannot give you the price,
bro. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Same way. I feel the same way about the little cartridges.
Solventless.
I feel the same way about the cartridges.
Oh my god.
Everybody's like, why do you buy the 1 gram ones? And I'm like, because the half gram ones that are like $20, I pull on them like 5 times and they're gone. So that's why I get the big one.
And they're only like,
they don't last as long. I like them for a quick fix for like work, but they don't last as long when you're doing other stuff. Anyway, let's do this.
Exactly.
So, Colorado made, Colorado grade, brought to you by Colorado's very own Apothecary Farms extracts. Get your extracts today at Apothecary Farms, diamonds, ambrosias, and more. Extra. Okay, so here's what I have for you for our Colorado made, Colorado proud story. Broncos re-signed Von Miller. Well, was there really ever a plan to move forward without the Vonster?
Not really.
I tried to think of a plan that involved not Von Miller and the Broncos, and I just couldn't come up with something in my head. Nothing made sense. They had to re-sign him.
I mean, big props to Von Miller, but since we're talking about the Broncos, can we talk about...
can I tell you that the Broncos had a shitty deal? Hold on. The Broncos did get a shitty deal. Von Miller goes out on an Achilles tear literally the last drive by starters in a preseason game, and we don't see him the entire 2020 season. It was a shitty
deal. That wasn't his fault.
No.
His fault.
I'm not blaming him. Whoa. Not blaming him, just saying that was a shitty deal across the board for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, he still got paid, but it sucked. I mean, the rehab, the surgery, oh my God, dude, just the pain itself.
You bring me pain every day, just when you speak. Just kidding. Love you, man.
I try to, because, somebody's got to give you a pain in the ass,
right.
Dick.
So,
Anyway,
said pain in my ass and dick in the
Phillip
same
Lindsay.
sentence. Thanks.
Yeah, I did.
So the Broncos with Phillip Lindsay, I have this much information. They have made him available to talk to. Where it's interesting is they've put a block on him in a sense that if you pick him up, you have to give the Broncos his draft position or what he's equivalent to. But the thing is, Phillip Lindsay was undrafted. So no team, even he could be a Pro Bowler, and no team has to give up a draft pick for him because he wasn't drafted. Basically, the Broncos' luck could turn out to hurt them because they only have 2 options here: pay the man or match what someone else is going to pay the man.
Pay the man.
You paid Melvin Gordon, though.
Who did more last season?
I don't give a fuck. Salary cap. You paid Melvin Gordon. You fucked up and paid the wrong guy.
I didn't pay them. They fucked up. You goddamn right they did. If he really wants to go somewhere,
you dick.
If he really wants to go somewhere, I'm sure somebody's looking for a good running back.
Yo, he is absolutely a.
If you want to win a Super Bowl, I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Listen. Phillip Lindsay is not a 3-down or 4-down back, but he is absolutely a really good first, second down back. And I think that any team would be lucky to have him because he was undrafted. He plays with a lot of heart, a lot of things because of being undrafted. And honestly, I'm going to be a little sad if the Broncos.
He plays with that same intensity that Tom Brady plays with because of the fact of where he was. He's got a chip on his shoulder, which is why I love him.
I'm kind of hoping nobody pays him because in a weird way, as much as he'll take a little bit of a hit.
I don't want him to leave.
I don't want him to leave, and if nobody pays him, he'll take what the Broncos offer him.
Yeah, but then he's got to show out, and then but that's why I'm like, man, how can you not pay you, boy?
Okay,
the man has been incredible since he came there, and you're just gonna be like, nah, we're gonna RFA him. I'm like,
Yeah, rookie. They put him up as a rookie free agent option, and I don't necessarily think I agree with that. But because, like I said, what are you planning on getting in return for him? He was undrafted, dipshit. There comes what people don't understand is there comes a point where like a guy's like a first round pick, right? But he plays at third round level, so you can get away with giving up a fourth round pick for him, right? Maybe a third round pick for him. Yeah. But when it comes to a guy like Phillip Lindsay, when they go undrafted, the other team goes, "Whoa, wait a minute! You didn't sacrifice anything to get him, so I don't need to sacrifice anything to get him from you." And that's the way the rules work.
Which is bullshit because it should go on his
like how you go right to accumulated bullshit. Just so y'all know, that's some fuck shit, by the way.
Straight up bullshit. It is some straight up bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, he wasn't drafted. Okay, well, what has he done since then?
Right. He's literally. He's literally played as a fifth/fourth rounder at worst. So I get where you're coming from. I really do. Because undrafted...
second rounder at best, and that's good.
Listen, I got a mastery in Madden franchise management mode, which means I basically am really good at drafting people and shit. And I'm telling you, like when you do this stuff, and you start looking at stuff, and you start looking at undrafted talent, and you're like, look, like, even if you work out to be like the Deion Sanders of your position... at the end of the day, when you come to me and ask me for a paycheck, you still weren't drafted. And I know that's the bougie-ass bitch way of looking at it, but let's be honest. Does the NFL operate any other way than the bougie-ass bitch way of looking at it?
And that's some bullshit.
Right. I'm not mad at you.
That's some bullshit.
I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad at you. I like Phillip Lindsay. He's a Colorado product, like through and through, true and true. He's a high school graduate of the Denver Aurora area.
Right.
He is a college player over at Colorado. He played over at Colorado State University. He's a Ram. Go Rams. I'm a huge Rams guy, by the way. I support the Buffalo, but because they're in the Pac-12 against my Arizona State, it's a little rough. It's a rough relationship. Okay, it's a rough relationship. But Colorado State being over the mountain West, I'm free and clear to rep the Rams all I want. And honestly, they were my team. Although when Rick Neuheisel was the coach at CU, I wanted to go there until he moved to Washington. I was like, nope, psych. So, check this out. We've talked about a lot today, and we're not done. But we are getting through it. So here's a couple of quick hits. First off, the Patriots stick with Cam Newton and re-sign him to a 1-year deal, and that snubs Washington's chance to get Cam Newton, by the way. But is Cam just a pad for a quarterback draft pick, and are we going to see the Patriots move up to get what is unarguably the guy they want in Trey Lance from North Dakota State, sorry. Hey, I already rooting for the kid. He's got my name. I'm rooting for him already. And he's from a D1. He's from a second-tier Division I school, so he's basically not D1. He's not from a Power 5 conference like you're used to seeing. Nothing like that.
Where did you find this article at, homie?
What are you talking about? Don't worry about the article. Let's just talk about the news. Why is it not loading?
No, it's not.
Oh, mine loaded, so I don't know why you...
But maybe because Fountain has shitty fucking internet, okay?
True. You guys need 5G down there. It's not going to bring aliens, although I wish it would. It's not going to bring cancer, although I'm glad it doesn't. But it does bring fast internet.
I live close enough to a nuclear command center.
Oh, yeah, you're down there by the Drake Nixon power plant anyway. You're not too far from there, actually. I used to live down by where you live. So, and my grandpa used to be the head of overnight security over at the Nixon Drake nuclear power plant. So my grandpa basically made sure that, Osama bin Laden and, Jerry the white nationalist don't show up and try to take the nuclear plant and blow it up. It's basically what my grandpa's job was. And I was like, hold on, you're trusting that angry-ass German to protect the entire American people? Like, he's mean.
Yeah.
He'll do.
That's a perfect person to protect us.
My grandpa don't take no shit. He wasn't like...
Right, if he's mean to the people he loves, imagine what he do to the people he doesn't like.
My grandpa was...
I love Germans.
First off, my grandfather was an MP for 23 years in the Army, so he basically dealt with asshole officers and drunk GIs his entire career. So, and the Viet Cong. So, insurgent Viet Cong terrorists. So, when I tell you, so Pops... he was one of those guys that, like, if he told you to sit down and be quiet, he wasn't like saying...
You sit down and be quiet.
He was saying, you gonna sit the fuck down and be the fuck quiet, or else you gonna fucking find out what the fuck else or else mean, motherfucker. Try me. My grandpa was a mean old German guy. But I'll tell you what, though. Well, I've heard stories where, like, my uncle snuck out and my aunt snuck out, and he threw both of them through a closet door. Now, listen, child abuse is not a joke. But I'm gonna tell you, in the 70s, if you acted
back in the day, that was
back in the day in the 70s. Even when I was a kid in the 80s and in the 90s, some shit you'll never see in this millennium is you got a dose of act right, motherfucker, and you acted right or else. And my grandpa's from that give you a dose of act right generation, and he ain't proud of that, but he'll still give you a dose of that act right. Podcast P. Next
Back in the day, sometimes everybody need that little fucking knack right. I ain't even gonna lie on that, because goddamn.
Who do you like?
I remember that's what. Sorry, flashbacks. Getting switches.
Bro, my grandma
would tell me to go pick a switch.
Yes, my grandma. People think that's some like urban myth, and I'm like, no, bitch. My grandma used to make me go out to her fucking apple tree in the back corner of her house on motherfucking, I think that house was on Dick Circle. The other house was on Esther Drive down there in Security, right off Main Street by what used to be the Albertsons. It's now the Ross. Yeah, I go way back like that, motherfucker. Main Street, the arcade when it got shot up in LaPrade, and old boy Todd got shot by them two vice lords. Yeah, motherfucker, I go back to the old school Main Street like that. So what I'm saying is, yo, my grandma used to make me go get a switch off that tree in the backyard and be like, come in here and get your ass whooped with that shit. And that ain't no tough talking bullshit. Grandma really fucked us up.
Pick a switch.
Oh, and you thought you was look.
Oh, nah.
Hey, my sister thought she was slick. She wouldn't get them little skinny switch. Get fucked up with that whiplash. Me, I was smart. I got a Swiss Army knife for Christmas, so I sawed off a whole big ass branch, bro, and got in trouble for that too. I was like, Grandma.
You sawed off because she couldn't swing it.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, Grandma, if you gonna beat me, you better be able to pick up this fucking log and hit me with this motherfucker. I came in with that shit. She said, oh, you fucked up my tree and you think you're funny? And then got the skinny little switch she beat my sister with and beat me with it anyway. Yeah, good times. 80s babies.
You know that. Get
it. So, let's do this. Free agency.
Take a stab.
You know, with free agency, I think that what you have to look at with teams is salary cap positions. So let's take a quick look at who's got cap space remaining versus where people really want to go play, right? So one place that has cap space, the New York Jets. They've got $54 million still in cap space. But the problem with this is
got no fucking body.
Nobody wants to go play there. So look, if you're looking for like a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal on your way out as an older player, that's the place to go. You can get paid, but you're going to get fucked up to get that paycheck because they ain't got shit for a team. The Jacksonville Jaguars have $42 million. You have to understand that cap space does not include money set aside already, that includes money set aside for rookies, if I remember right. So this is money they can spend.
Mitchell's gone, so
right.
Mustache Magic is no longer in Jax, so
right.
Or is looking for a new home.
But Jacksonville has the number 1 pick overall. With Urban Meyer as the new coach. With Urban Meyer as the new coach, I really feel like there's no doubt in my mind they're going to pick Trevor Lawrence. At the end of the day, if he doesn't pick Trevor Lawrence, I mean, seriously, dude, you're going to start over with a franchise number 1 pick overall, which means you're going to be able to pick the literal guy that you're going to build your entire team around. This is a college to professional football coach transitional dream situation. There's no doubt in my mind he drafts Trevor Lawrence first overall. $42 million in cap space. The Chargers, $33 million in cap space, although I think they should have spent a little money and kept Hunter Henry, but that's, whatevs. The Panthers still have $31 million, and Indianapolis still has $41 million in cap space, just to give you an idea of who still has money to spend. What the hell? What was that? It's like you was sawing somebody's leg off, motherfucker. What you doing?
I was cleaning my fabric.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So next, DUI charges for a Chunko Dunko Bronco. That's right. DUI charges dismissed for Denver Broncos Melvin Gordon, running back, as he pleads to lesser charges. However, will this still result in an obvious suspension by the NFL for the Denver running back? Do you think maybe this is why they put a draft price on Phillip Lindsay? Because they're not going to have Gordon at some point this year? And should they pay Lindsay because they're not going to have Gordon this year?
You goddamn right they should fucking pay that man. Shit.
That's one way to definitely put it. I mean, yeah. Okay, so Gordon has a... Gordon has...
Say about that. That man, pay that man. That's pay that man.
Damn, they got him for speeding between 25 and 39 miles.
For his team when he was a...
They got him for 25 to 39 in a 25. Damn. So he did not take,
what?
He did not take a breathalyzer test on scene because he's not stupid.
Right.
Yeah, always refuse the breathalyzer. Fight that bitch in court. All that shit's a setup. All that shit's a setup. You're basically giving them evidence and admitting guilt. You are not legally obligated, and it is not a fuck. You know how they used to, remember they tried to make it, they tried to charge you with refusing to give them evidence? And I'm like,
yep.
Get a warrant, bitch. Listen, first off, hold on.
Really
wait. Let me do this first. First off, Melvin Gordon driving DUI, completely fucking unacceptable, completely wrong. We do not support drunk driving. I am just simply saying, as a mixed person in this country, you should know your rights and know that you are not legally obligated without a warrant to give the fucking police evidence against you in a potential crime.
A goddamn thing.
It's literally your constitutional right to be like, nah, bruh, get a fucking warrant. Anyway, sorry. I probably got, with all the social injustice that we've covered over the last year of blunt football, or technically we don't hit our first year until August 1st, but you know what I'm saying. Over this last season, all the social unrest stuff, all the bigotry.
We don't do politics, but we do politics.
But we will mention some shit, like we had to bring up the insurrection bullshit. We had to deal with some shit during the season, people's dumbass shit during the election, because it was, there was a football season going on during that time too. Anyway, moving on. Forget Deshawn Watson and the Texans. Show a little empathy for the new first-time head coach that got stuck dealing with that fuck shit. That's right. Coach David Cooley is a first-time head coach.
I still think so. The Watson was.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, when you're a African American coach in the NFL, sometimes I'd be like, bro, you better be careful when you say, let me get that job. Because they might put you in a job that is between the problems with Deshaun Watson and between what we're about to talk about next, which is Deshaun Watson's, or not next, but later, Deshaun Watson's potential legal problems. Although, with Como, I was questionable. I was like, about his sexual stuff. We're going to, what? Not yet. So anyway, at the end of the day, I feel bad for David Cooley, the Texans coach, because really, he was hired. It's going to look like the Texans hired an African-American coach, but they didn't hire him like, Tomlinson in Pittsburgh.
Hired him to keep.
Like Tomlinson got handed the keys to the city on a team that was already functionally a playoff team, and he just had to push them to the next level. So for me, That's not this is not that situation. Not even close. Dungy got Manning in Indy. You know what I mean? Like, that was a great situation. He's going to get Deshawn Watson, who doesn't want to fucking be there, in a team where they've basically gotten rid of Watt, Hopkins. I mean, anybody worth a fucking damn is gone from that team, other than Deshawn Watson, nonetheless. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So I think he got put up in a shitty situation. He got set up, and I've been put in those situations. I think that quite often minorities become the patsy for failure, and it fucking sucks. But boy, oh boy, man,
becomes excuses why they don't hire African or black or brown fucking head coaches.
Right, but listen to me, boy, oh boy, when you stick a big old dick in their mouth and succeed, they hate that shit just as much. So anyway, but I just don't know how he's going to succeed in Houston. I just don't know how. I just think that
if he can get Deshaun Watson to play that year he's there, it's like, look, dude,
Deshaun don't want to be there, bro. He's talking about sitting out this season,
bro. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Well, I know we want to play for Denver, so.
Next one. Why did the Saints pay half a whole quarterback salary? That's right. I'm talking about Taysom Hill gets a $140 million deal from the Saints, leaving Jameis Winston like, wait a minute, bitch, I actually can throw the ball right.
I mean, sometimes.
So Drew Brees retired. Obviously, that frees up anything to do with his financial obligation with the team, right? So then we look into this and we go,
told y'all.
Yo, Taysom Hill got a deal that's almost as good as Dak Prescott, and this little ninja is not no Dak Prescott, not even close. And Dak Prescott was a 4th-round pick. Let's not forget that either. So
I mean, I think they paid him not just to be a quarterback, just also to be a tight end, to be a running back, to be a linebacker.
No! This is so stupid, bro. Taysom Hill got a 4-year deal worth $140 million contract extension.
To be the starting quarterback, or just a quarterback or contract?
So check this out. But here's the catch. You ready for this? So he gets this huge fucking deal, right? But the catch is,
right,
every year of the 4-year deal is voidable. So check this out. This may be more of a team player.
Why are you complaining?
This may be more of a team player positional thing than the actual contract. Hear me out. The contract saved the Saints $7.5 million in salary cap space for the 2021 season. But they can void this bitch at any time. So they can basically just go, psych, at any time. Right? So
Right.
At the end of the day, is it really just to free up some cap space so they can do what they got to do? And then, at any point that they decide they just want to cut the motherfucker, they can. Because let's be honest, you're not starting Taysom Hill for an entire season unless you want to get fired. Say I'm lying, bitch.
You could have Jameis Winston throw interceptions.
But that motherfucker throw touchdowns too.
Sometimes, yeah, you get lucky.
Well, here's this though. Check this out. You ready for this? So let me break down Taysom Hill's contract. Let me break down his contract.
Yes.
You're talking about a $140 million contract that only has, you ready for this? A $9 million signing bonus, a $1.4 million guaranteed roster bonus, which means every year he gets an extra $1.4 million if he's on the roster. And
right.
It only has a $1 million guaranteed base salary. So that's a total of about $12 million like next year that he could make. But I don't know, dude. This contract is structured in my eyes as like, he's like, yeah, in the news I'm going to look like a really high played player, but it's not real.
So this is all for play.
This was to free up cap space.
For play.
Yeah, for money to play with. Next.
Play. Damn.
Next.
Dun, 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 dun.
I want to take a moment as a father, as a grandfather, as a significant loved one,
as a human being.
As a human, yeah. I mean, as a human, as just everything, dude. Like this is. Listen to me. So I've got 5 kids. Okay,
right.
That's just what it is. I've got 5 kids. I like to have gotten a little busy in my life. You know what I'm saying?
You like to do. Sorry, not to make light. I apologize.
No, I have had 5 healthy children. I have had 5. They might not come out healthy when I get done with them because they're little shitheads. But
I mean, they deserve it.
But I've had good, strong, healthy, like everything that's wrong with my kids is their own fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to
I feel you on that.
I hate to do them like that, man, but it's the truth, dog. Like if they got something, if something's fucked up, like they got a decent life, they were raised where they had what they needed, and a lot of the time, and literally half the time, what they literally wanted. So as a father, it's I don't ever want to imagine what it would be like to lose a kid. I don't want to know. I don't ever want to find out. I don't ever I'm gonna die first. I beat this body up enough. I'm supposed to die first. There's a natural order to this shit. So when I read that Keyshawn Johnson had to bury his daughter, I felt like if there was ever a time that we could take a pause on this show for a second, take a break from the field itself, if you would, you know what I mean? And just be human and honest for a second. I just feel so terrible for dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say, Preston, because when it comes to losing a child, man, I mean, I want to wring my kids' necks, but I would never want any harm to come to them unless that harm comes from me wringing their neck for not getting good grades. You know, that's it. So, Key, homie, I've watched you as an announcer, broadcaster, so you're one of us. You're an alum. You're a talk show host.
He's definitely one of us.
He's definitely one of us, and he's also a football player, so he's one of me. That too. He's one of me, one of you.
He's a baller. He's one of me.
He's a baller, and he was a buck too, by the way. Yes, sir.
That's right.
It is heartbreaking to hear about your daughter, Maya. I have a daughter named Maya myself, and it is gut-wrenching to try to even imagine, my brother, what you are going through. And so all of us over here at Blunt Football Talk, we said, and at the Wake and Bake America family of shows, we want to just send our love to you, brother. And I don't know what to say because I couldn't imagine, and that's the truth.
I mean, as a single male with no kids, I couldn't even imagine. So let's actually do something we haven't done.
That puts the gravity to it.
Let's do something that people don't do no more. Let's actually take let's do like 10 seconds of silence for this. You know what I'm saying? Let's
really shut the fuck up.
Pray, meditate, whatever you got to do. For real. 10 seconds is nothing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you doing that podcast. I really do. The loss
No
of a
problem,
child
man.
is unimaginable.
People reflect on that, for real.
Unimaginable. So let's move to our next story, one that I have a lot of insight on. Are the Cardinals padding talent around Kyler Murray for a big run? Duh.
Boy, looky here. Boy, Rodney Hudson, that you just got your damn good center.
First off, hold on.
AJ Green.
Wait. Can we take a timeout? Can we take a step back? Can I ask a question, though? Why is there a mass? Listen to me. The Oakland Raiders were considered, arguably, but considered the best line in the NFL, if not at least the best O-line in the AFC. Why has there been a mass? Now listen, I'm the fruit of the mass exodus from Houston. We have benefited greatly in Arizona from that. The fruit of now the exodus in Oakland, we are getting a 3-time Pro Bowl center in Rodney Hudson, which I'm fucking excited. That's that right? Okay, so listen. Does AJ Green, listen to me, does JJ Watt send the Cardinals to even the playoffs or the Super Bowl? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the playoffs, maybe not. But I'm not going to mention the Super Bowl. Does AJ Green send the Cardinals to the Super Bowl? Let me tell you something. Probably not. But what AJ Green does is add to a one. Let's go, Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald. If he comes back, he's still deciding. Now AJ Green and Andy Isabella. That's a 5-core receiver set that's deep as fuck, and that will absolutely take the double cut. It will force teams to not be able to cover, because here's what it does. It puts Kirk back in the slot. It puts AJ Green on the outside, and it puts Fitzgerald in the other slot if they run out of 3 receiver set. So, dude, this just changes the entire.
AJ play slot too, though. So
it changes the dynamic of everything essentially. So
yes,
when you look at that. Okay, and then you go, but that, to me, that goes, okay, that might just put the Cardinals in the playoffs. You're talking about an 8-8 team that missed the playoffs by losing to the Rams. They beat the Rams, they're in. So you're talking about lose a game, and you're in the playoffs. So yes, AJ Green and JJ Watts potentially moves them to into a playoff potential team. Maybe moves them into finishing third, but still making the playoffs in the NFC West. But
okay, I'll give you that.
One of the Cardinals' biggest shortcomings, and I think that I really was not 100% in on what we were doing until we traded. Are you ready for this? A 7th-round draft pick, a 3rd-round draft pick. We gave up. We got a 7th-round draft pick and a 3-time Pro Bowl center, Rodney Hudson. If there was ever a position in football that is absolutely the hardest to gauge, the hardest to draft, and one of the hardest to get right, it's actually the center. A lot of people think it's the quarterback, and I'm like, no, it's the center. It's the anchor of your O-line. It's the hardest one to get right, because if that little bitch is weak,
it's the guy who controls it.
Man, the ball really, I always make the joke that the ball starts with the quarterback. I loved being a quarterback because the ball is in my hand to make plays, but the truth is, I knew the real truth was,
it starts with the center.
It starts with him. If he fucks up the snap, then I'm useless. So it starts with him.
If he doesn't read the defense right, and when you don't read it right, then you're fucked. Because you know what I'm saying. He can is this guy or whatever. If you don't pick it up,
me.
See the little shit on the front line, he can relay it back to you.
You know me. I'm a Cardinals fan, but I'm also a football analyst first before I'm even a fan. And I call bullshit and I call real shit when I see it. I called my own team last season at 8-8. The only difference was I had them finishing 4th instead of ahead of the Niners, but I did pick them at 8-8, so I had them right there at their schedule. I picked them off their schedule right. My point is this: I'm not very biased on my team, and I'm usually more of a naysayer.
Usually.
So I'll say this: do we go to the Super Bowl with Rodney Hudson because of that trade? Probably not.
No.
But
no, probably.
But does adding Rodney Hudson before the draft, before we even decide what we're going to get in the draft, right? And we draft in the middle, by the way. We draft in between 10 and 20 in the middle because we were right outside the playoffs on the outside looking in. So we draft between 10 and 20. So I'm going to tell you that
looking at you through the glass,
adding an anchor to the O-line, right? Meow.
Right.
And I think we're going to draft.
Right, meow.
I think we're going to draft a somebody to protect Kyler also. Early, first or second round.
I think that's a good idea.
Absolutely. I think between that and the defense, we need to look at both those in first and second round. Absolutely. So I will say this much. I will go this far because I'm kind of a bit of a naysayer and a big kind of I don't want to say that and then fuck us. So I'll say this.
Right.
By adding J.J. Watt and A.J. Green, I think that could have been the difference between the Rams being able to double cover Hopkins, and it forces them to play us straight up, which I don't think anybody's going to like very much. I think with having
no.
Well, check this out. We also have two really good running backs. We drafted one last year, and then we also have Kendron Drake. So we have two really decent running backs. I like what I see there. I'm going to say this.
You still got Kyler Murray's legs.
Finishing second.
Y'all are going to be a threat.
Barring injury, of course, obviously, the obvious barring injury, finishing second and making the playoffs is not unquestionable here. Making the
second in the West?
Finishing second in the West and picking up a wild card spot is very much a doable thing here. I do not think or do not believe for 1 second, even 1 second, this is why I can't play with them on Madden, that they can do this without fixing offensive line and defense issues. Because this is why I quit playing with them on Madden and started using the Packers, because at least they had an O-line. But with that said, though, the Cardinals defense is nasty. You got Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of nastiness going on here. I really like what I see, but I'm going to tell you, again, a playoff team, yes, maybe get away with one on the road as a wild card team and get knocked out in the second round, yes, but saying the Super Bowl, that's just too far. And listen to me, motherfuckers. You can't see this on the radio version, but on the video version, I got a goddamn Cardinal head tattooed right on my fucking bicep.
You need to get that touched up, yo. You need to get that touched up, like, for real.
Bro, you know I got that. I'm sorry. You know I got that I got that in 08. Actually, it looks really good still.
Yeah.
I got that in 08.
Okay,
You're just a hater. Up. You're just a hater. What
so,
touch it up with two swords behind it?
I'm gonna read to you exactly what Scottie Pippen says. He says, so you just need to work on 1, offensive line, 2, defense, 3, special teams,
4, the whole team. Why don't you say the whole fucking team? Why don't you say the whole fucking team?
And still make the playoff.
Right?
Don't flex.
Yeah, he's right. No. Actually, he's right. He's right. No, listen, he's right. I shouldn't flex because barring my shoulder injury,
for real, don't flex. Yeah.
I just started working out again because I fucked up my shoulder about 2 months ago. Anyway, Deshawn Watson. Here we go. Big off-field news broke today. Deshawn Watson accused of sexual misconduct by massage therapist. What do you? I mean, obviously, just like Como, there needs to be investigation. I'm a little interested that there's no criminal charges being pursued here, but yet there's a civil case. That always makes me question the woman. But to be fair to the woman, we need to hear.
Is it a woman or is it a man?
I don't know. It's a woman, man. I don't know. Who cares? The accuser. Who cares? It's the victim.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't just say it. You have to be the accuser. Anyway, but yeah, now, this is the first I'm hearing of this, so definitely I want investigation. I want to know all the facts before I be like, yeah, he did this or this person's lying. Because, all too often we jump to conclusions of automatically the worst case scenario.
Right.
I want to let me know exactly what happened before I say anything.
Right. So,
yeah.
Well, again, I think that one of our problems is that, like I said, we have to give this woman her here too about it.
Yes.
We need to give her, but I'm a little, like I said, I'm always concerned when these things go straight into a civil accord, because I'm like, if you were really done wrong, why are you not pursuing criminal charges? I can't. This kid hasn't been in the league long enough for any statute of limitations on sexual crimes to have exceeded. So that's not it.
Unless it's something that he promised to pay and didn't pay up for.
Man, I don't know, dude.
Right, see, that's why I want all information possible, because there's so many ways that this could go.
Bro.
It's not always the simplest way to go, always. Sometimes it's fucking complicated, and just why.
You know, we cover on my morning show politicians in the shit for the same kind of stuff. And we always cite that while we need to listen to the woman, the gentleman in the situation deserves his fair day too, because quite often we've seen women lie to get paid. But quite often we've seen men pay to keep women quiet. We've seen it all. And because, you know, fortunately, I'm not just hamstringed to just sports like a lot of analysts. I'm also our chief political analyst on a show, and I've covered a lot of this stuff. And I'm telling you, patience, I think, is what I've learned. And I haven't always had patience on these accusations, I promise you. I have not. I'm open to admit that. I can pull old tape of me and show that I didn't show patience or reverence.
You're in areas you have no patience.
I run right into a fucking burning fire head first. Like, well, it's okay if we get burned. Trust me. I know me. So
I got you out.
Burning myself right now for knowing my attitude back then is that over the last 4 or 5 years or so, I've learned that don't be quick to rush to judgment. Don't be quick to believe or disbelieve anyone, because you weren't in the room where it happened. Sorry to quote the Hamilton play, but truth is, you weren't in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. You weren't there. Facts. So I will tell you that the chatter from both corners is pretty much the basic shit. This is what happened in the other corner. That is not anything of the shape what happened, and I look forward to my day in court. It's the same shit as always. So that's it.
Oh, should I be wearing my St. Patrick's Day charm?
Hold on. Hey, are you ready? This is from O'Matty's. This is from O'Matty's St. Patrick's Day party, Gulfport, Florida, St. Pete Beach, Tampa Bay area, and it's a Guinness necklace.
Right. Awesome.
This hat I've had for years since I used to take my kids to St. Patrick's Day parades. Ooh, that's so cool. A little jealous, not gonna lie.
I got this. When we all went to go see Snoop Dogg 420 with Amigos and some other people.
The Little Pump, that was who it was. The Blizzard, I remember now.
Whatever, yeah.
The whatevs. The Blizzard.
We guys kept getting moved up closer to go see Snoop. Oh my fucking God.
They knew we were radio people, and they knew we were awesome. They're like, oh, you're guests of the venue? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, where's all your people? And I'm like, these are my people. And then all of a sudden they're like, here, move closer.
Move up closer.
And then did I tell you that when they moved all of you closer, I went back to find Dagger and his wife, and I almost didn't get back in with you guys because there was different security at the gate when I got back, and they're like, we don't know who the fuck you are. And I'm like, bro,
wow,
like, bro, you guys came to get me, bro. Like, wait a minute, like, whoa, hold on, what? They finally were cool about it. Like, as you saw, I came back down there.
Why was taking so fucking long, dude?
It's because I was hamstringed at the gate, and I never told anybody but Cammy that they were fucking with me at the gate. But anyway, all right, you ready? Here we go. I will tell you this. If Deshawn Watson didn't do anything wrong, I really do wish him the best of luck, because all too often I've seen people get accused of stuff just to get money to be silenced, and then all of a sudden a deal gets done. He never has to admit anything about the deal. She never has to admit she took a deal. He never has to admit he did anything wrong. She never has to admit anything she did anything wrong. You know what I mean? So come on, man. I'm just gonna say be patient.
It's some bullshit.
That if there's one thing I've learned covering politics is on things like this, be patient. I mean, I was patient with Cuomo, and it turns out that it's probably he's a scumbag. And I said that was one of the things that it could be.
I mean,
it's not looking good. That's a lot of. He's on that Trump level of accusations, but we're not doing politics. So,
yeah.
But because this kind of ties into that, famous person, I'm always torn between the fact that I'm always torn between the fact that people with money think they can do whatever the fuck they want, and people without money will blame people with money for stuff to get money out of people who have money. And there's definitely two things that go on there.
I mean,
and they both go on quite often.
Let's be real. People with money basically can get away with whatever the fuck they want.
Shouty. So let's do this. Let's talk about people getting away with it literally as we wrap up the show here. Let's talk about big name NFL retirements that took place during this offseason. I'm going to tell you right now, Larry Fitzgerald is another iconic first-round ballot Hall of Famer who is between... He
has not retired yet.
Hold on. I was going to say, he could still potentially retire before the start of the NFL season. He and the Cardinals are trying to work out a deal still. I hope they do. I think we have a really good chance. But here's the thing is, I think he realizes that our shot to go could take 2 years. And I don't know if he's going to be able to stick around for 2 years. A, B, I don't know. He may want to just to break Jerry Rice's record. But I will tell you one thing. I cannot see him going anywhere else. He's played for the Cardinals literally since the 2003 season. He has been a Cardinal for literally 14. I'm fucking tripping hard.
17.
18.
It's 18 years.
18 years. And if he plays this season, it'll be his 18th season. He was drafted a couple years before Tom Brady.
When?
To give you an idea, some of the biggest names that were drafted the same year as him, Roethlisberger and Manning, to name a couple, just to give you an idea. So anyway, here we go. Ready? Obviously, who dat? Nobody bigger than who dat. Obviously retiring. Drew Brees hangs it up. Really cute what he did on Instagram with the kids, helping him do that. Thought that was really cool.
Right. He just didn't want to play Brady again.
Right.
No, I mean, honestly, on the field after that game when he played against Tampa Bay and they won, I guarantee it was decided right then and there. He knew right then and there. He just didn't want to say anything because of the emotion.
Facts.
But with him and Brady on the field afterwards with the kids and all, you know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, that man's going to retire.
All right, so my next one. Phillip Rivers, Indianapolis Colts, retires after like 20 years with the I was just kidding. But after a few years, like I think it really was like 17 years though with
what's the Chargers, 15 years or so, right?
Something crazy
he
like
replaced
that.
Fucking
and then a year with the Colts.
Drew Brees' replacement. Yeah, he was Drew Brees' replacement. Yeah,
that's because here's what really happened. Drew Brees got hurt, right? They wasn't sure how his surgery was going to go, how he's going to come back from his surgery, and because he got hurt, it put the Colts in a position to draft a top quarterback that year. That's what really happened. And then when they realized
the Chargers, Chargers,
yeah, I'm sorry, the Chargers, and then the Chargers were like, "Holy shit, we actually have 2 first-round top 10 pick quarterbacks on our team, and they both can actually play. Who the fuck are we going to keep?" And they rolled the dice.
Oh, they kept the wrong one. I'm sorry.
They kept the younger guy.
Maybe they kept
the younger guy.
Kept the right one.
They kept the younger guy. Hold on. They kept the younger guy without the shoulder injury, and the other guy went on to win a Super Bowl.
Who dat?
Who dat
Nation?
Jason Witten retires from the Las Vegas Raiders. Greg Olson
retires.
You remember Greg Olson, the former Panthers star tight end?
Yes. He retired during the Super Bowl.
He retired.
I remember that.
He retired as a Seahawk this year.
Really? He was a Seahawk when he retired?
Yep.
Ah, damn. Sorry.
Absolutely no question in my mind. Legendary, and very few of this position go to the Hall of Fame, just so y'all know. But the legendary Marquise Pouncey, Pittsburgh Steelers center, retires. And his brother, Mike Pouncey from the Chargers, who's also a center, retired. So the brother's retiring.
Look at that shit. Who else we got?
Mike Lupati, offensive guard, Seattle Seahawks.
Lupati?
Pain in the ass for defensive linemen over the years, either way.
I'm sure it was.
Seahawks, he'll be retiring. And then Anton Bethea, safety, of course, most recently with the New York Giants. He'll be retiring after a storied career as well. There's quite a few guys' names here. Let's go through these names, and you tell me first ballot or later or probably not at all, okay? Drew Brees.
What? First ballot. Guaranteed.
Phillip Rivers.
Man won Super Bowl after. Honestly,
I think he gets.
Believe it or not, I believe he can actually go in.
Third.
I mean, in that first round, I do believe he goes in. Like fifth time up. He goes,
really?
I think he'll go.
I think he may get third.
Yeah.
He leads in a couple of categories. That's why I think he might get third. His stats are
okay.
legit. For no Super Bowl, he has legit stats. He's the Dan Marino. He's the Dan Marino of our kid.
So what's John Lynch's numbers?
All right.
So Tom Lynch's numbers. It took him how many years?
It took Johnny a minute.
Exactly.
But he's not a quarterback.
Exactly.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, he still won Super Bowl. Oh,
there's that. So
two Super Bowls. Oh.
Okay, so Jason Witten.
He went to play for
Jason Witten, first ballot tight end.
Yes.
Absolutely. Even though he wasted his career in Dallas, I have to agree. Absolutely. He's so talented. What? He should have took the money and got a ring. Or he took the money instead of getting a ring.
He was like the backbone of Dallas. When I think about Dallas, I think Jason Witten. Jason Witten's still playing? Jason Witten's still playing?
Hey, listen, when I think about Jason Witten, I'm going to tell you what I really think. I think he's basically...
Oh, shit.
He's basically... Khalees before there was, or Kelsey, I'm sorry.
Kelsey?
Yeah, he's Kelsey before there was a Kelsey, and without Mahomes, and instead he got stuck with Tony Romo, who wasted his career.
I mean, did he really waste his career?
Dude, the Cowboys are like 2-10 in the playoffs since Troy Aikman was their quarterback, bro. Seriously.
Was going to go to the Hall of Fame.
Now, we could talk about the fact that they've been to the playoffs like 12 times, or we could talk about the fact that they've only gotten out of the first round like 2 of them times. Now, the numbers I'm giving you are absolutely fudged. I think it's really like 8 times and like six times they got knocked out in the first round or something like that. That's the real number, but I'm putting it into perspective here for a purpose. So anyway, but I do agree. Jason Witten, first round. Greg Olson, tight end, Seattle Seahawks, technically Panthers. Honestly, I think he went too cold later in his career, and that's going to hurt him. I'm going to give him third, fourth ballot.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We're asking if you're going in the first round. I'm just saying if they're going in the fucking Hall of Fame regardless. Goddamn right they are.
All right, now here we go. So that you don't get these guys confused. For nearly his entire career, Pro Bowl Hall of Fame center Marquise Pouncey of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 Super Bowl rings nonetheless. As a center, I have to say that I don't see how he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Centers don't usually get selected, right. And I think there's only one first ballot center ever or some crazy shit like that. But if there was ever a guy that was worthy of being that guy, it's absolutely Marcus Pouncey. Bro, he's an all-decade player in 2 decades, bro. He's an NFL all-decade player in 2 decades. The only other player that can say anything like that, Tom Brady, he's an all-decade player over 3 decades. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's only 2 decades, and he'll probably be 3. But what I'm saying is there's not very many people that can say that. Larry Fitzgerald is an all-decade player over 2 decades, actually. No, wait. I don't think he was all-decade in the 2000s. Yes, he was. He was still all-decade wide receiver in the 2000s and 2020 and 2010s. But you get what I'm saying. We're talking about some of the most elite players over the last 25 years when we talk about these all-decade 2-time all-decade players. Marquise Pouncey has to be, and Marquise, whatever one you want to call him, he goes by both. from the Steelers. The Steelers Pouncey center needs to. Now, Mike Pouncey, on the other hand, may make the Hall of Fame one year, but I doubt it. And if he does,
Not the first round.
If he does, it'll be like 8-10 years down the road. His brother, on the other hand, is a Pro Bowl his entire career motherfucker. He deserves it. Mike Lupatia, offensive guard, Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know.
I don't know who he is.
I do, but I don't know if he'd make offensive guard for Hall of Fame. It's just tough. Listen,
I doubt it.
First off, O-lineman, it's already a bitch for them to get in, first off. So that's why. Second off, yeah, I don't think so. Anton Bethea, New York Giants, safety. If he does, it will not be for a while. I just don't think there's the things there to support that like the other people we talked to in this list.
Right. Can you believe the people who didn't retire?
What?
Ben Roethlisberger, can you believe he didn't retire?
Who?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
Big Ben.
No.
Do you feel he should have retired, or do you think he's got another year?
No, he shouldn't have retired. Yes, he has another year. No, because
he didn't retire, so you're good.
With where the Steelers finished last year, him retiring would only ensure that they would probably fall to the bottom of their division, if not the second to the bottom. And it would also ensure that the team would be fucked for a while unless they went out in free agency and got a quarterback. And then you start going, well, he's here. He knows everything. He knows the system. He can play for the next year. You start saying things like that. I think they need to have a viable backup to him just in case he gets hurt.
That gets complacent. That makes him complacent. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's old, which means
he gets hurt, they have no backup.
Yeah, and if you saw last season, they went 11-0 to start the season. But what a lot of people I kept telling you, they're a fraud.
Straight garbage.
They're a fraud, and you were like, I don't know, man. And I told you, I said, bro, I'm telling you, they're a fucking fraud, bro. Ben Roethlisberger hasn't completed a pass over 20 yards. They're a fucking fraud. How are you 11-0? How are you 11-0 without a pass over 30 yards, bro? Like, seriously. Like, all that underneath shit.
A lot of teams.
But that's what I'm saying. That underneath shit ain't going to win you no fucking Super Bowl and ain't going to win you the game in the playoffs because motherfuckers are going to take risks to try to go up on. Yeah, you got to be able to go up the field on these Super Bowl caliber teams. And we saw Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers fall victim to that exact problem in the playoffs last year. So I think that the best thing for the Steelers would be Ben Roethlisberger to start, but do like shit so they get a good draft spot next year and get the fuck on. That's what I really think should happen. The Steelers fans,
So you're saying they should just open it up?
Juju Smith-Schuster's a free agent. I don't think he's going to come back. I don't think they can afford him because Ben Roethlisberger's cap hit alone is $41 million, bruh. Now, they might be able to unleash some of that through contract restructuring, but the reality is, dude, they're not even going to be able to sign their best receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, because his name is so fun to say. I'm sorry. Juju Smith-Schuster. One more time. All right. Anyway, but because
Juju Smith thinks he's a Super Saiyan and does Kamehameha every time he throws touchdown, so I'm down with that.
Juju's
going
to go somewhere else. They can afford him, and he's going to want he's going to want a purse, or he might take a hit to go to a team that has a chance.
With the Super Bowl, let's go Tampa, baby.
Tampa is trying to cut cap, bro. You guys are fucking over right now. You better stop it.
Whatever. We're still signing people, you know what I'm saying, that are coming back. We try to run it back, fool.
Well, speaking of running it back, we are going to be out of here for the day, my brethren. But looking at the schedule here, the program schedule, look, we actually keep a schedule, a calendar. Looking at the schedule here, we are back in, it looks like 1, 2,
3 months.
3. We're back in 3 weeks. Wait, hold on. Is that 2 weeks? So 1 week?
2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. We're back in, sorry, the changeover screws me up every time. So we're back in 3 weeks for our mock draft special where we're going to be breaking down who should move, who could move, who's staying where they're at, and who's guaranteed to go, who's a lock, and who we are going to be totally fucking wrong on come the weekend of the 28th, but we'll pretend like we know what we're talking about until then. That's right. It's our mock.
This should be very educational, y'all.
Yes, we're in the Blunt Football Talks NFL start of the season. We're in our off season. We start our season right along with the preseason, and we get into our season making our projections and our predictions. But we definitely do the off season. This is our off season special. We've broke down all the news we have for you guys. Now we're gonna get out of here for the day. Commercial free, full on show. There's commercials at the front and the back, but there's no commercials in the middle. So join us April 7th. That's Wednesday, April 7th for our mock draft special. We'll be celebrating Mr. Trey, the big guy here's birthday that day. Even my birthday's not for a few more days after that, but we're going to celebrate that fucking psychopath Aries birthday right here. Also, we'll be back on April 28th for the NFL Draft Weekend Special. We come back May 5th, which is the weekend after the Wednesday after that. To finish up breaking down the draft, and then you believe this, we are off podcast all the way until I think sometime at the end of July, beginning of August is when we come back.
We doing any other podcast in between then?
Huh?
I need Wednesdays to do something.
No, we're gonna have 3 months off to go.
Another podcast on Wednesdays?
No, we're trying to.
Camping?
Yeah, we're gonna go camping, bro. We're gonna go camping
for 3 months.
Well, not for 3 months, but yeah, we're gonna go camping.
I can't get that much time off, homie. I have to quit my job really to do that.
You're stupid. You're just gonna need a couple days. Calm down. So,
you said 3 years. I'm like, what? 3 years? Goddamn. 3 months, dude. Oh my God.
I will tell you, I have missed you. I definitely miss you in the studio. I miss Scotty in the studio. I miss everybody in the studio. I wish you guys were here. It sucks that you're not. And I miss you guys to shit to hell. And I can't wait to see you guys again. And other than that, let's get out of here, bro. Let's get out of here. Holla if you need me, man. There's going to be a lot to talk about when we come back. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot that's going to go on just between now and the draft. Watch. Trades, free agencies.
Between now and tonight.
Bro.
By the time this is posted, there's going to be a lot that's going to be going on.
Dude, people are moving. Just in the 2 hours we've done the show, somebody's been traded, or free agency'd, or somebody's been moved, or a draft pick's been given up. Something's happened. It's the start of the NFL season, baby. It's the best time of the year. Happy St. Patrick's Day, buddy.
That's how we do. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, lad. Wow, I'm sorry.
We out, biatches.
Later, hookers.
Yo, you gotta check Young Fats. The hottest artist for the mighty CO. Self-made Colorado favorite artist, Young Fats. 2 G's and 2 T's introduces us to a brand new single. You better check Stay Dangerous.
So serious, stay dangerous, stay dangerous. Stay dangerous, keep it dangerous.
Available for your purchase right now, iTunes and Amazon Music. Subscribe and follow for the latest tracks from Young Fats.
Play to win.
You'll be catching the vibes and stream free right now on all major platforms. Young Fats, vibing the mountains all the way.
I need more of you, ain't fretting.
And looking for your support. Download on iTunes and Amazon Music today. 2 G's and 2 T's with Young Fats. Check it out.
I need more of you like commas.
Hey, Southern Colorado, when it comes to getting your shirts made and printed and also designs on other products you want,
Sick Tees.
Southern Colorado has the premier shirt maker and designer. That's right, it's sicktees.com. Tell them.
Sick Tees.
And where can you find?
Sicktees.com.
At sicktees.com. That's SIKTEEZ.com.
Sicktees.com.
Your mom
Sick Tees
has proudly sponsored Wake and Bake America for 4 seasons.
Apothecary Farms is the premier cannabis dispensary on the Front Range. When you think concentrates in Colorado, you think Apothecary Farms. With locations in Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver, it is clear why Apothecary owns the cannabis concentrate game. How do you get your diamonds? Shattered, butter sauces, and come on, ambrosia? Just look up Apothecary Farms on Google or Weed Map. Get the best in concentrates. Don't hesitate to stop at Apothecary Farms.